Hello and welcome to the Plays the Thing. My name's Matt, and today I am playing more Mythwind, but today I'm moving on from the ranger to the farmer, who is apparently the easiest to play. Certainly, he has a lot of rules. I've been trying to learn the rules. Well, let's show you the setup. So we have our normal setup of our town and all our cards and etc. And then we have the farmer here, and the farmer has a field that he is planting crops on. So turn structure is pretty much the same. Dawn is the same for the farmer. Apart from we may resolve a weather effect. So in the spring, if we draw a sun, we get to plant, which is taking a crop from the market and planting it. And we have to pay some, so there are 4 places on here. The top one costs 2 and 1, and this one is for free. Yeah, so that's resolving the weather effect. And then in the daytime, we do our town action. We perform a character action in one of these 6 slots as normal. And I will go through those because I can't remember them either. And then we farm. So that's doing one of these. Resolve a skill if we have any skills. And then we perform worker actions as normal. So probably I do need some workers. I start off with 10 coins with a new character. So let's go through it. I'll be going through this slowly because I haven't quite got a handle on everything myself. But we will start at the top at dawn. So we determine weather by drawing a weather card. And it is sun. And oh, you can't see that. Yeah, it's sun. And it's also an event. So we grab an event card. And this is a sad end. A group of children returned from a day spent playing in the woods, exclaiming about the enormous wood chunk they found. Further inspection reveals the rooting stump of a great tree, easily 9 meters across. The tree, when it lived, must have been 1,000 years old. How is it possible that it fell down? It seems as though it is of natural causes, but it's hard to be sure. So we lose 1 culture. So lose 1 culture here. Okay, someone's chopping down trees or killing them. So then we don't have 3 cards yet, so we can't do a season effect. And we resolve the farmer weather effect, and it is sun. So we get to do a free plant action, which is we take 1 crop from the crop market, paying its cost if necessary, and place it in the farmland with its untended side face up. So at the moment, we have 3 different crops, I believe. We have strawberries, potatoes, and what's the third one? The third one is beans? A lovely picture of the farmer. Where does it say? I will find out. Beans, potatoes, and strawberries. It was beans. Yeah. So, but at the moment we just have these untended lands, which we will be able to get rid of by paying the money that is on each of them, so we can clear space. But at the moment we're planting. So I think we have got 2 strawberries, and we can create fields of one type. So we can, if we plant these strawberries, we can plant these. We would plant them next to them, so we create a field. I think, though, I will go for these free ones because I don't know what I'm doing. And so we get these for free and we can just plant them. So I'm going to plant them here. So they go there. So that is the plant action. And we don't replenish this market straight away. You know, I might change my mind. I think I'm going to change my mind. I think I'm going to take these strawberries and put them there. So we do have to pay 1 coin. Yeah, because we've got another strawberry there, it seems silly not to. So we don't replenish those. So that was just our dawn, resolve farm or weather action. Then daytime, we perform a town action. So I think what I'm going to do is go here, first of all, and pay 5 to perform this action where we hire workers. So I'm going to hire 2 for 5 coins and get sprites and villagers. So that is our town action, and now we can perform a character action, and we can do either one of these sections because we've got sprite and villager. So we could do another plant action. We could tend, which is flipping 1 untended crop token in the farmland so its tended side is up. So for example, if we flip this one, it has a sell value of 2 at the moment, and if we flip it and tend it, it gets 5, so it gets more money. We can harvest or clear, so either remove 1 crop token from the farmland and gain the amount of coins shown on that token, or remove 1 untamed land token from the farmland and spend the amount of coins shown on that token. Okay. So we don't get money for this. We actually get nothing. We have to pay to get rid of them. So we do need to tend quite a lot. We could harvest. Oh, that was harvest or clear. Yeah. Then we have livestock as well, which are these tokens here. They're all the same, both sides. And we can do a livestock action. We can do 4 things in the livestock action. We can buy, so we can spend 3 coins and place 1 livestock token anywhere in the farmland. We can then also sell, remove any number of livestock tokens, and gain 2 coins for each. They cost 3 to buy. Then we can move 1 livestock token in the farmland to a new location and breed. So if we place 1 livestock token in the farmland next to 1 of 2 adjacent livestock tokens. So we buy them for 3, sell them for 2. So we need to breed them if we want to sell them for a profit, and we need to kind of sell them a lot. But livestock also help with farm equipment, which is all these things here. And farm equipment, we can also do 3 things when we get this action up to 1 time. So we can buy. So for example, I don't know the names of all these. But for example, we have this, which is fertilizer. So we can buy fertilizer for there's different types of fertilizer. So we can buy this fertilizer for 10 coins. And then if we have one livestock next to it, it turns over. And then it says each time you harvest a crop from a field that is adjacent to the fertilizer, gain 1 coin. So it gives us more money. There's beehives, distribution, which costs 20. Any crops that are planted in a field that is adjacent to the distributor are immediately tended. So that's pretty good. That's why it costs so much. But I think I might stick to some crop planting. So my character action. I think I'm going to plant. So I'm going to do the plant action, and I'm going to do these potatoes. So I'll spend 2 to take them, and then I have to put it untended sign down. So, oh no, they're not the same. Strawberries, yes, that's it. Strawberries I was getting. So it only costs 1, not 2. And I have to put these untended side down, so I can put them in any rotation. So I think at the moment I'll just put them there. They have to be touching these strawberries. They won't go in for some reason. Okay. So there we go. So now I have a field of strawberries. So that was my plant action, and we have no skill. So then we go on to worker actions. So I think I will use my sprite to tend, and I will flip this one over. So I've got strawberries. And then this one. I could sell that straight away. Or I could buy some livestock, but I have to spend coins for that. I don't know whether I want to do that. I could buy equipment, but I don't think I've got enough money for any of these. They all start at 5, I think. Just want to check. So this sickle one, after you perform the harvest action, you may harvest 1 crop from a field that is adjacent to the sickle. That's pretty cool. And there's a plant one as well. But I need livestock for these as well. So I don't think... Is there any benefit to not... I think I'm going to harvest this one that I just... So this goes back in the bag and I get 5 coins. Okay, so that's the end of my worker actions. So dusk, we return characters and workers. And then we replenish the crop market. So this, I think, is pretty simple. So this comes down to this position, and then we just fill in the next 2. I think I'll have them on the... Whoops. There we go. So we've done that. And that's the end of the day. So we start all over again. And we draw rain. And we have move up the construction queue, but we haven't got anything in the construction queue. So that's the end of dawn. So we perform a town action. So I think this time my goal is construct 1 building. So I'm thinking we have the community centre built, so we could make a guild. Yeah, we've got enough for that. We'll go in position 4. Or a cathedral, that also goes in 4. Let's go for the cathedral. So we're going to go here and build, construct, I should say. We're going to construct the cathedral. So that's 1 income, 2 production. Oh no, we can't do this. We can't do the cathedral. So I think it'll have to be the guild. Okay, so 1 income, 1 production, 2 food, and 2 culture. So we spent 1 and 1, so we get 2 coins with that. 1 income and 1 production. And then this goes in spot 4. So that's our town action. And then our character action, this is a villager action. So we need to do one on the bottom 3. So I think we're going to clear something off. And I think we'll spend 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, to clear this one off here. So we create some space. And then we have no skills or anything like that. So then we move to our worker actions. So we do have some beans. I'm thinking this 10 might be quite good, but we need 2 potatoes and 1 strawberry, and we've only got 1 potato. This one we need what is that? I think that must be beans, yeah. 2 beans and 1 strawberry. So we do have 2 beans here. So I'm thinking I might try and build this. And this is when it's cloudy, we get to plant. That might be quite good. So I'm going to use my sprites to plant, and I will plant this one, and we'll put it down here. It has to go untended. Yeah, that will fit in. And then just wondering whether it's worth getting some livestock. So if I get livestock, I can buy one. I could sell one, but I'm not going to do that. I could move it and I could breed. So I could only buy one this turn. But then at least I could maybe build something. I just think maybe I need more crops first. So maybe I won't use that this turn. Okay, I'm not going to use it. So we've performed worker actions. So we come back. This worker returns and we replenish the crop market. Got some potatoes. Okay, that's the end of my turn. So next one is cloudy. And we've got 3. So we've got sun, rain, cloud, which doesn't match with these 3, but we do have an event. This is the last event. So luckily it does say shuffle something else in. So it says, the thought of unearthing ancient texts has gripped the town with excitement. It's starting to feel like a treasure hunt. However, there's still work to be done in preparation. It won't work to simply head to the tower with a pickaxe. All the equipment needed is going to take effort to build and transport. So we lose 1 production. And we shuffle in event 14, which is funny because there are no more events. So event 14 is there on its own. Okay. So town action, we need to clear off a space. So I think we will go here and spend 5 to make an area free. Oh, there's a building under that, so I won't do that. Let's go here. And we can get any one of the 4 resources. Let's get income. So we've got a space for this guild if it ever gets up there. And then we do one of our actions, and this time it's a sprite action. So I'm going to plant. So I will spend my last coin to plant. Oh yeah, this here. So we have a field of beans. And then I will use this sprite, use it up to water. So I think we'll water this one. That's worth 5. And then we don't have any money. So it's pretty difficult for us to do. Anything. Yeah, so I think we'll leave it at that. This goes back to the tower. We come back and we go on to the next day. Oh, we replenish crops. Beg your pardon. Let's have some more strawberries. Right, next day. We have cloudy weather again. So we've got rain, cloud, which we don't have. But we're advancing all our buildings. And it's cloudy, so that doesn't activate this. Where's that sun when we need it, eh? And then we can perform a daytime action, town action. I don't have any money, so I think I might go on an adventure. Let's see what an adventure holds in store for us. So, Rockfall. An hour into a pleasant walk along a river ravine, enjoying this morning air, You hear a sudden thunderous rumble from the nearby cliff. It's an avalanche of rocks. You only have a second to think. Flatten yourself against the cliff, dive into the river, run back the way you came. I think flatten yourself against the cliff. A. The largest pieces bounce clear of you, crashing into the path and river, but you still suffer a hail of pebbles and stones. You're a bit rattled for the rest of the day. You cannot perform your character action for the rest of the day. Ah, that's annoying. So no character action. Great. So we only have worker actions available, so we can only do these 3, and I still don't have any money. So I could only harvest. I guess I probably should. I was going to save those beans, but I'm going to sell those beans for 5. Get some money in. Okay, and we would replenish crops, but we don't have to because we couldn't do anything. So that's the end of that day, and we go on to the next one. And it's a sunny day. Check season effects. So we've got cloud, cloud, sun. No, nothing. Resolve weather effect. Oh, up the construction track. So the weather effect does come into effect, so we can plant. So I'm going to plant. Maybe we could spend 1 and plant strawberries here. And then we have a town action. So we have 4 to spend. I think I might go on another adventure. Hope it works out better than the last one. So we have missing. A logger who was due back this afternoon has not returned. Their family is getting worried. As part of the rescue group, you have to decide where to search for them. Lose 1 villager die. The forest work site, A. B, a narrow cliffside path, one of two possible return routes. C, the other return route, a perilous river ford. I mean, they could be anywhere. Let's check their forest work site. If it's rainy or cloudy, success. No, it's not as sunny. That's annoying. I felt like it was no, not a success. We don't gain anything, and it's a villager action. Okay, and I can't do any of these. I could get livestock, but I don't really want to do that. I certainly can't do farm action. Ooh dear. No. No, I don't think I can do anything. I could pay to remove another tile, but whether I really want to do that. Okay, I will do that. So I'll pay 3. To remove this tile. I've got a bit more space. And I'm not going to use this. So that's the end of my turn. We replenish the crop market. More potatoes. Got lots of potatoes now. And that's the end of the day. So we move on to the next day. And it's cloudy. So we've got cloud, sun, cloud. Yeah, we do have that. We move up on the construction track. So that's good. I think there's one more of those in the deck. We also have an event. We don't. This is the only event. So, search goes on. Funding for the expedition is underway, so now it's time to start the dig. Lutsky eagerly helps out where he can, although his assistance mostly extends to keeping the workers' spirits up by teasing them and playing jokes. This will take a while, and notably, none of the other sprites offer to help. And we move up on the construction track. So we've built the guild. So we get 1 income, and we get a new worker die, a villager die. And then this flips over. And now the guild, we can pay 1 income or 1 production to hire 2 villager workers. Okay. So we shuffle in event 15. We're literally like just doing 1 card at a time. Just the way the cards have worked out. So event 15 goes there. And then we have to decide what we're going to do. And I still want more money. I do want to plant and tend. So I really want a blue sprite action. The thing is, adventures, they determine the action on the cards. You can't tell what you're going to get, which is why both times with adventuring, it's kind of messed me up. This is annoying. You know, I'm not sure really because I've never had to do it. If I can just go to a building. I think so. I don't see why not. Yeah, I mean, it says if there's nothing available. I could actually go to the longhouse and get a coin. So I'll do that. And that means I can do both of these actions. So I will do the water action. So I will make some strawberries. And then I will use this sprite action to harvest, and I'll harvest these strawberries to get 4 coins. So we get 6 in total. Why is that not? And that's both of my actions. Yeah, so this goes back. We come back. This goes back to the tower. Oh, there you go. And we move on to the next day. And it's raining, so we've got sun, cloud, rain. Doesn't activate anything. Not there either. So another town action. Now we've got some more money. So I'm going to hire workers. So 1 sprite, 1 villager. And then we can do either of these. So I think I will water. We need 2. Let's plant. So I will plant this potato untended. And then let's tend with a worker, a sprite, these strawberries. Oh, beans. Which are strawberries? These strawberries. And then I'm not going to do anything with the sprite. So that's the end of our turn. We come back. We refill. And we move on to the next day. And it's a sunny day. So we have clouds, rain, and sun. It doesn't activate the season effect. It's sunny, so we get to plant. How many days have we got left? Just 2. I don't think I'm going to get to do one of these. So I will plant potatoes. And we have to put them next to the other ones so that they're a field. And then we do a town action. Oh, so we've done this actually. We've constructed 1 building. I think I'm going to go on an adventure again. They've not been very kind to me, but I like doing these adventures. Downtime. Deep in the woods, you find an enormous fallen tree with a large mushroom on it. Then the mushroom looks up, and deep, unblinking eyes regard you from beneath its cap. It's Messler, the swamp sprite. Just thinking, he says, like I sometimes do about how nothing lasts forever. Everything fades, you know. It's sad and beautiful. Try to cheer Messler up, or sit and listen a while. I think we'll have a listen. I'll cheer a mushroom up. Thanks, friend, Messler says after an afternoon in the gloom of the forest. Sometimes it helps to talk. Goodbye for now. He kisses the fallen tree and whispers to it. And goodbye to you. It is only as Messler walks away that you notice that this fallen tree is in the middle of some older, strong foundations. It wouldn't take much to build on top of them. It seems fitting given Messler's talk of passing and rebirth. Choose a building in the supply for which you meet the prerequisites. Put it in the construction queue for free. Well, that's annoying because I don't think I match any of these prerequisites. Very unlikely. I don't think any of them have 2. Mm. Some of them do actually, but not the two that we want. So we can't do that. And we are aligned with sprites. So we will tend. So let's tend these beans. And then let's plant some beans. So we will plant these ones, 2 coins. Plant them here because they have to be touching. I think that's okay. And we're not going to use our villager again because I want to try and get this green thumb. So we come back. We fill the track up. It feels to me like these and breeding cattle is a thing that you do later on. But it's interesting because you can't sell. You can't harvest more than 1 crop a turn. But I guess there are things. So I think that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to build up crops so that I can get skills that activate powers that make the machine quicker. That's what I'm trying to do. While keeping some money in. Okay, so on to the next day. And it's rainy, so we've got rain, sun, rain. Nope. Nothing for season actions. Nothing here, and we do another event. So the only event we have. It's funny because it keeps saying shuffling in events, and this is just the last cards. Always. The equipment has arrived and excavation is underway. Vast amounts of earth have been cleared out, revealing a door in the tower's foundation. In the chamber beyond are extensive, beautiful murals carved into a vault door of thick stone. The sounds of pouring sand come from behind the walls. Perhaps some kind of timer mechanism has been tripped. Lutsky is beside himself with excitement. He wants to crack the vault open immediately, but doing that would destroy its murals. To open the vault, shuffle in event 71. Otherwise, to investigate the murals, shuffle in event 72. I think we should, preserve things. So let's do 72. If we can get to them. Let's shuffle in event 72. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Okay. So now a town action. think I will go and get, just for 2 coins, another sprite. And while I'm there, I'm going to use this sprite to go here and do this sprite action, which is 1, and we get another villager just to bump up my supply for next season. And then we get to do a character action because I'm here and I got the sprite. We get to do a sprite action. So I will tend. I'm going to tend these beans. And then I can do worker actions. So I'm going to plant again. Just take this free one and put it there. And then I will use this other sprite to water. And I'll water this. Maybe these potatoes actually. And I'll use this villager to harvest. And I will harvest those potatoes for 4. So I go back up to 5 coins. Okay, so I've done all my actions. So we come back at dusk. We come back and we refresh our crop market. Okay, and this is the last day. I think, yes, last day. So it's sunny. So we check the season, rain, sun, rain, which we don't have again. We resolve the weather effect, which is changing this. Where is... I don't know where it is. Oh, then I put them on there, yeah. So this one goes in. And yes, I get to plant something. So I think I can place this. Oh, I can't. I've got to place this next to this one and I can't fit it in. I can't fit in these. I could fit in beans. So let's spend one. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'll place these beans. Oh no, I can't actually. Oh, I want to place them that way. Oh, I can't. So I think I'm going to do this. So I'll spend an extra what? Put potatoes in there. And then I get to do a town action. What do I want to do? I can do all the things I want to. Oh, that's what I want to do. I want to do a skill. So with skills, when you gain a skill, they must pay the cost. For the farmer, the cost of the skill is the number of tended crop tokens. To spend a crop to pay for a skill, the farmer must remove the crop from the farmland and place it in the supply. The farmer does not gain any harvesting benefits for the spent crops. There are 3 skills. So I'm going to pay for the green thumb, which is 1 strawberry and 2 beans. So these go away and we get this, and this is when it's cloudy, so this we'll be able to use this next season. When it's cloudy, we get to plant, and because next season will be summer and it's summer and it rains, we will get to tend. So it doesn't matter where these go. For now, it certainly doesn't matter because it doesn't go off when the row is activated like the crafter did. This just goes off when it's cloudy. So that will help our engine a little bit. Okay, so that was my town action. And now my character action. I think I will plant again. So I'm just going to plant the free one, plant it here, and we've got a big set of potatoes. And now it's my workers go. So I will use this worker to tend, and I think it doesn't matter, so I will just flip this one over. So we've got potatoes, and then I think I will just sell these to get 4. And that's all I will do. So these come back. I got a skill out eventually. And we replenish the crop market, but I'm guessing we don't need to do that. So end of season, which it is, we have no more weather cards. We resolve end of season actions. So we'll get another gold card. We get 1 culture from the church. We can do a skill. We can perform a skill, which is to plant. So actually we should refresh this, restock it. And I think we'll just do the free one. So we'll get strawberries and we'll put them there. I presume that, yeah, we activate a skill, right? Must be. Skill action, yes. I think that must be the case, that you can do that. Even though it's activated, it just says skill action. It would be horrible if you couldn't. And I think that's all of our end of season actions. Then we resolve the goal card. So the goal card says construct one building, which we have. So we gain 1 income. And we shuffle in goal 8. I think I've done the goals every season. So because we have the post office, it allows us to look at another goal. So instead of 2, we will look at 3. 1, 2, 3. So we have walking the edge. There must be at least 3 more of one type of worker than the other at the tower. I think that will be very difficult to do. The total value of sprites at the tower must be 15 or higher. Easier. At the moment it's 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Yeah. Production must be 4 or higher. So let's go for total value of sprites. So that will go on top for next season. Then we reset the weather deck. I think once we've dug at this tower, we're going to get another. There are 4 envelopes to open. I think it'll be opening envelope number 2. So weather's shuffled up. Change the season tile. So we go from spring to summer. Resolve character upkeep. So for the farmer, during the farmer's character upkeep, the mysterious nature of the sprites may cause an overgrowth in the farmland. To resolve the overgrowth step, the farmer chooses a number of work dice from the tower according to the season as follows. Spring, none. But we've changed the season tile, so summer, 1. Then roll the dice and place a number of random untamed lands in the farmland equal to the result. Okay. 2. Oh, that's the 2 we took out, annoyingly. The untamed lands can be placed anywhere in the farmland, even adjacent to each other. If there's not enough space, there is, but now I can put them there and there. So at least I can keep some room. Okay. And change characters. No, I don't want to change characters. So there we go. So I'm presuming that these will just go back in the bag and we'll draw new ones. That would make sense to me. So there we go. That is the first season with the farmer, but we are now in year 3, summer of year 3, about to go into. And I think we're just getting started. You know, this game, it's slow moving. That's the nature of the game. So it took me really until the 4th season, winter, to kind of start feeling the Ranger. But I still think the Crafter, like, I got into more quickly. Like, something about the system I liked. But I think I like this one as well, especially getting more of the skills on the board, you know, on this board, getting these, because now this you know, this is 3 more times that we get to plant. So that makes a big difference. We've doubled up what we can do. We could only plant on summer at the moment in this season, and now we can plant on clouds and tend on rain. So I think that will make quite a difference. Okay, that is it for this live stream. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you tomorrow, and then I'm away at UK Games Expo, and hopefully we'll be doing stuff there, but definitely stuff afterwards, and lots of cool new board game things. Okay, take care, bye.